Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to today's webinar. My name is Cheryl. I will be the moderator for today, and Crystal will be the speaker. So we are both entrepreneur apprentices from the Market Research and Solutions Development Department at Seven Network. So let me just go through a few house rules. So this webinar will be recorded for archival and marketing purposes. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, please hold your questions until the end, where there will be a Q&A session using the Zoom Q&A function below. So before we begin, we would like to launch a poll to get to know you all better. So how long have you been running your businesses? Please select the most suitable option that you can relate to. So it could be family business or maybe even an enterprise that you have set up yourself. If you are not running a business, you can choose the currently working at a business option. Okay, let us now see the results. Oh, so I see that most of you have been running your own business for 6 to 10 years or are currently working at a business. So no matter how long you've been running, I'm sure you'll be able to gain some insights from the session because today we will be talking about pivoting beyond COVID. Oops. Pivoting beyond COVID, it focuses on how businesses have been transitioning from owning a physical retail store to moving online to having both a physical and online store. So through this session, we will also see how this translates in the retail industry. So the agenda for today will be as follows. First, we'll be talking about how COVID has affected the retail industry, e-commerce and its overall benefits to retailers, the omnichannel, also known as the hybrid trend, some examples of companies using the approach, and what advantages come up from it. We'll move on to how to actually develop this strategy and apply it to a business, and also what challenges can come up because of it. Then we will present some solutions that businesses can consider and the benefits and costs for each of them. Lastly, we'll end with a Q&A session. And now, without further ado, please welcome Crystal.
Thank you, Cheryl, for the introduction. I'm happy to be here today to share with all the attendees about how to pivot from retail to hybrid. So firstly, I will start off with how has COVID-19 affected retail stores? As you all know, the coronavirus has caused retail sales to have dipped, and even more so due to the circuit breaker measures which occurred from April to June. With more Singaporeans staying at home to keep themselves and others safe, more businesses, especially physical stores, took a hit on their sales. On this slide, it shows that even big businesses are unable to survive from this pandemic, which has caused them to shut down. Big businesses such as Esprit, Zara, Robinsons, Topshop, and H&M have since shut down. Moreover, there are some challenges that local companies face. Local companies face the rapidly changing business environment and are struggling to survive. This is mainly coming from competition from foreign retailers. So some foreign retailers are the more bigger and reputable companies such as H&M, and more people usually shop in such places. Or due to the advancement of the internet, technology, and globalization, it has also become easier to duplicate and reproduce these products at a cheaper price. For example, you can now find cheaper options on Shopee or Taobao. Next, we have dependency on world economies. So Singapore lack a lot of natural resources. So we always turn to larger world economies such as US and China. Next, moving on, will be business environment and the lack of labor. So the lack of labor is from the lack of manpower, and business environment is always changing. So business trends are always continuously moving at a very fast pace.
Since there are many challenges, what are local companies currently doing to adapt to this situation?
Businesses have now sought to digitalize themselves as fast as possible and to also catch up with their competitors. Businesses who are now rushing to digitally transform themselves in a span of few months instead of a few years usually due to the COVID. So this actually to mostly sustain their business and gain new customers as well. With the circuit breaker, which took place in from April to June, more Singaporeans have actually turned to online e-commerce platforms to make their purchases, which also shows the increase in demand for e-commerce shopping in Singapore. So as you can see from the screen, it shows that Singaporeans spend more money making purchases on e-commerce, and their average basket size has since increased by 51% as compared to last year. So what are some benefits of e-commerce? E-commerce help to mitigate the impact of retail closures, where businesses can now drive towards e-commerce to earn revenues, and those who still manage to survive, such as hawker food going online, and those who did not put themselves online have either temporarily shut down or closed down during this pandemic. So next will be taking advantage of a growing digital market space on both physical and retail e-commerce. And lastly is to engage with new customers and potentially gain new leads and increase sales. So this is actually a statistic to show the advantage of the growing e-commerce, and it's actually very beneficial. So you can see that there's an increase in the monthly web visits, which spiked up to 82% for Shopee and 63% for EasyBuy, which is the largest increase. Yes. So moving on, I will want to start a poll. So how many of you have actually ordered items or food items online? So we are actually doing this poll to see how many of you have actually turned to e-commerce platforms to shop for either your daily necessities or items that you wanted. So while waiting for the audience to vote, Cheryl, what items do you normally buy? Or do you buy items online?
Yes, I do. Nowadays, I actually buy goods online from Shopee, Carousel, or GrabFood. So before COVID, I would usually buy once every few months, but now I'll buy once every month or maybe once every 2 weeks, depending on my mood. So usually I would buy clothes, food, or even video games for entertainment during circuit breaker.
Same, yes. I have also used e-commerce to purchase many things for myself too. So let's see what the audiences have answered. I see that most of you have also started buying e-commerce on e-commerce platforms at least once a week. So this brings me to my next point, that the e-commerce market has since been a very big and profitable market for many businesses, and the outlook of the e-commerce market is very bright, with an expected annual growth rate of 11.1% and a projected market share of 4,079 million by 2025. The expected average revenue per customer and which increased to 62%, and expected average revenue per user is 784 US dollars.
I can see that the future of e-commerce is very bright, but aside from that, is there anything we should be looking forward to in the retail industry?
Yes, there are many things to look forward in the retail industry, as it's always changing and always becoming more competitive. So the retail industry is ever changing. Now the future of retail lies in which more e-commerce stores are now going offline, which means there are more stores setting up their physical stores. So the future is in hybrid. So why are these e-commerce stores shifting to set up physical stores now? Firstly, is to traffic to boost traffic to e-commerce site. So setting up a new physical store, it invites new customers for your business, and they might potentially also patronize your e-commerce platform. So the physical store acts like an advertisement for your business. The physical venue also allow for consumers or customers to try and feel new products. So physical stores also serve as showrooms for customers to browse and operate items on display. So it allows humans to use their sense of touch and allows them to evaluate the quality and the material of the products sold in your business. Next will be human interaction. Face-to-face human engagement helps with also improving the customer experience, because some customers also prefer to speak with the store staff in person other than going online and email or bots. Lastly, Purpose of having physical store also save time and shipping costs. So now customers can pick up items in physical stores. It provides more convenience for customers who can also pick up and return items easily and almost instantly in a few hours. So for example, stores such as Decathlon allows you to collect your items that you have made online in the physical stores within 2 hours. So let me introduce you to the term omnichannel. Omnichannel revolves around your customer. It is very customer centric. It unifies all channels and interactively connects and create a personalized shopping experience for your customer to get their needs sorted. So it's actually a two-way integration on both online and offline experience together. So this is the evolution of retail. We have single, multi, cross, and now we are moving towards omni-channel. So let me bring you through each definition. Single will be selling only on one channel. So the single retailers will only focus on one single channel, either the physical or the e-commerce platform. Multi-channels will be very product-centric and the channels exist independently from each other and are only like one-way channels. So there's no communication between the channels and customers can't jump from one channel to another during their own buying journey. Cross-channel will be different channels, is where different channels communicate and between them and allows customers to cross over between different channels relatively and seamlessly during the buyer's journey. So it's only one way, whereas omnichannel it integrates all channels together and work together. So let me bring you to the second poll. So for all of you running your business, what approach are you currently using? So let me bring you through. So while you are voting, I'll give you examples for each option. So single will be selling only on one channel. So for example, the business only operates on Amazon and therefore only exclusively targets buyers on Amazon. For multi-channel, so if a company look out a pair of shoes online at first, but is still considering, but later decides to use their mobile app to purchase the shoes. So when she finally want to purchase it, she has to start over with their purchase and select the shoes again. For cross channels, an example of it will be receiving an email survey after shopping in the store that asks you about your buying experience. So this survey could include like a coupon for your next purchase, which you would be able to redeem both online and online at physical store. But there's still room for communication and accessibility within the cross channel, which brings us to omni-channel. So omni-channel, an example will be when a customer sees an advertisement of a brand on Instagram and decides to click on it. If the customer leaves the web page, similar ads will also show up in other platforms such as Facebook or Twitter to promote their products and also entice the customers to come back and make their purchase. So can we see the vote results?
Okay.
I see that most of you are using either multi or single. So those people who chose anything besides omni-channel, have you ever considered to shift your business and transform yourself to become an omni-channel retailer? So if so, here are some examples of how companies are currently using the omni-channel approach.
Okay, so I have a question. So if I'm currently using, let's say, a multi or cross approach, will I be at a disadvantage as compared to using the omni-channel approach?
So multi and cross are not that different from omni, but it is a viable option because um, of costs and but it does not allow you to maximize your profit and it may be harder to survive with other competitors moving towards other approaches, which is your omni-channel. So these are some well-known businesses who have adopted an omni-channel approach. To name a few will be Nike, Uniqlo, Sephora. So let me give you a short quiz before we continue. Can you guess which companies also adopt an omni-channel approach? So Cheryl, which company do you think adopts an omni-channel approach?
Oh, I recently watched this news documentary about how local companies succeeded in dealing with the COVID-19 crisis. For example, Decathlon, they provided those buy online, pick up in store services, which seems very convenient for customers. Yeah, so I think Decathlon is doing a great job in keeping customers involved in their business.
Yes, I also read the news recently. So have the audiences voted?
Uh, yes, let's see the results.
So those people that chose all of the above are correct. So now let me show you some examples of the adaptation of omnichannel in some businesses. The first example that I'll go through is Starbucks. So Starbucks integrates their app as well as their physical store together to create a unique experience for their customers. So Starbucks actually offer a free drink when you sign up for their loyalty program, which is the app Starbucks membership. So these reward points are also their unique selling points, which are easily and automatically tracked. And this will actually encourage more conversions as more people will be willing to buy from their menu and earn points. Moreover, any modification to the user's profile on any channels will be reflected immediately on the rest of the channels. So next, Alibaba has also worked with InTime, a Chinese department store. They have managed to create a unique shopping experience for their customers by integrating a lot of technology for customers to aid with their offline, which is in-store shopping experience. So here's a video which shows the new shopping experience that Alibaba and InTime has created. So as you can see from the video, the mall offers technologies that spice up the shopping experience. So they use robots to increase efficiency and help with the transportation of items from the back end, which is the warehouse, to the front end, which is the counters, as well as using technology to help pack the orders accurately as well as quickly. And lastly, also be able to transact through online and access their store on mobile apps too. Moving on, I'll touch with the advantages of omnichannel. So omnichannel increases the touch points to customers, which improve customer experience and build better customer relationships, as they are now able to access your products from different channels and also helps to provide convenience for your customers also. Next will be gaining competitive advantage. So with services such as buy online and pick up store, and not only that, omnichannel is not widely adopted in many businesses yet, which help you gain the competitive advantage, which by creating a pleasant shopping experience for your customers. Next will be improve collection of customer data. So collection of customer data through forms and survey, of which channels your customers would usually shop at. So it gives you a direction of where your businesses or business should head. So such as the different platforms that your customer use. So if, for example, you know that they use Shopee more, you should invest more money to opening a store on Shopee. And if they use social media such as Instagram more, so you should invest more money into Instagram. So this is to minimize any waste to your resources and invest in your finances wisely. Lastly will be increased sales and business productivity and brand awareness. So the omnichannel retailing setup allows shoppers to make a purchase from any channel. So this provides convenience to the customers and substantially increase the buying opportunities for the various products offered by retailers. Next is a review by Harvard Business. They reviewed 46,000 shoppers to what channels these customers usually use, and 73% use multiple channels, and they label them as omnichannel customers. So this actually shows the reason as to why you should switch to an omnichannel approach. Next, omnichannel also allows higher customer retention as compared to other approaches. So can you guess the percentage of the rate of customer retention on omnichannel? So let me invite you to this poll to guess. So this is actually a quick poll to allow you to guess the percentage of customers of omnichannel companies in which they are able to retain. So as seen from the previous slides, omnichannel is able to improve customer experience just because of the integration of channels.
What other examples can you give on omnichannel that improves customer experience?
So omnichannel is mainly the integration of channels. So for example, another example would be Amazon Go. So they have actually made their own cashless supermarket whereby shoppers just need to scan in to enter the store as usual and pick up the items that they want. And when the customer exits the store, the cart is checked out automatically. So they do not need to queue up just to make payment. So let's see the results. So I see that most of you chose 89%, which is correct. So omnichannel creates a more personalized shopping experience for a customer, which gives them the satisfaction to come back and buy from you again. So this actually shows that omnichannel creates a higher customer retention.
Okay, all of these statistics are very promising, but how do we actually implement this strategy into a business?
Yes, let me share with you some of the ways to develop an omnichannel strategy for your business. So firstly, you should determine which channels your customers frequently use. Do they like to shop at e-commerce websites such as Shopee or Lazada? So businesses should look at doing ample market research on the various channels which majority of your customers use and invest in these channels. So to sh- this is so that you will invest your money wisely and prevent unnecessary waste in your business finance. Besides, businesses can also look at using customer analytics tools and software to aid with your investment decisions. So it actually helps to gain insights to customers' shopping behaviors and to make a better decision to which platform you should invest in. Next will be this is a mapped out structure of the 2 points that I made in the previous slide. So for conducting market research, businesses can look to conducting a survey such as using Google Forms or any codeless development tools. So the survey can consist asking your frequent customers of where do they usually shop at and which online platforms or social media platforms do they usually use. So for example, if their frequent customer would normally use at Shopee, the businesses should look at investing their money to opening a store on Shopee. So this way, customers can now conveniently use their favorite application to shop in and buy your products. So next will be customer analytics tools and software. Businesses can use Google Analytics, which is a free software that can help to give in-depth reports on customer shopping behaviors and which online applications they would use often. So moving on to the second point, which is to take advantage of shoppable posts on Instagram or Facebook. So by utilizing your different touch points for customers to be, they are able to easily make purchase, learn and review the product, or connecting them back to your business site. So it allows higher conversion and because it also provides more convenience for them to check it out. So as you can see from the slides, it states that 75% of Instagram users take an action after seeing an advertising post on Instagram, which shows that this method is effective in driving sales to your business. An example will be Instagram being able to tag their prices on their Instagram posts. And when users click on the price tag of the particular item, as seen in this GIF, so they click on the post, click on the price tag that they want, and then they are able to uh, check out instantly. In the next slide, It shows how products on different channels can be linked to the product's business website. So as seen in this GIF, and to walk you through it, this is also an example from Instagram. So you can see that when a customer clicks on a particular post, users are able to users are able to the link the products to their business website and uh, give them the customers to link, and then where customers can also view their either their products and business website. So lastly will be to create a seamless experience on mobile. So more people have been relying on their mobile phones on their daily life. So be it for doing work or entertainment. So mostly everyone can't live with their phone, right? So the number of people using their mobile phones to make a purchase on the e-commerce website has also been increasing significantly too, as seen on the slides. So therefore, it has become very important for businesses with online websites to also build a responsive web design and to also improve user mobile experience in your shop. So participants who want to learn more about creating a seamless and smooth experience can actually scan the QR code on the slides, and you are able to read more on how to create a perfect interface for your customers on the mobile phone. The link will also be on the chat. So these are some tips that businesses should take note of to how to create a good mobile interface. So on the left side, it shows a very bad interface. As you can see, that it's not a very nice interface for your customers to shop at, and they have to actually squint their eyes to look at your web page. So you should actually follow the one on the right. So it's a very optimized mobile website, and actually allows your customers to want to shop and make purchases on your business website.
I see. So when following these steps, is there anything we should take into consideration?
Yes, even though omnichannel does sound very appealing to many businesses, there are still many challenges and that they might face when changing to an omnichannel approach. So, firstly, will be cost. Changing to an omnichannel retail comes with a huge sum of money to fork out for your business, as omnichannel requires you to invest in new systems such as online ordering system, and investing money into different channels, training staff to be more tech savvy, and also increase in fulfillment costs because of the increase in different channels. So this high investment approach is not easy, which is also a reason to why some businesses have yet to switch to an omni-channel approach. So as mentioned just now, with different channels and touch points created, inventory management has become complicated too. Businesses find it harder to gain better visibility of their inventories due to the multiple channels that they have. And this is also mainly due to not having a single, consistent, and clear view of the stocks across the entire business. So this creates a higher chance of a mismanagement of inventory, such as duplication of stocks, supply demand discrepancy, as well as overstocks. So how will this affect customer experience? So for example, if a retailer cannot fulfill a buy online pick up in store order because the item is actually out of stock, it will create a very negative shopping experience for your customer. So next, consistency of information across channels is also very important to ensure a pleasant shopping experience for your customers. So your business should ensure that things such as pricing, promotions, and product descriptions are all consistent throughout all touch points for your customers. So if there's no consistency in your information, it can make ordering very confusing. So for example, as shown on the screen, shoppers may have purchased an item in store and only to find out that they could have saved money by ordering online because online was having an ongoing promotions. So next will be with information often existing independently with a number of separate systems, it can also create a challenge for the accuracy of data. So retailers need to start to do system integration, whereby various systems are brought together so that data and information can be accurate from both back ends and front ends of the business.
It seems very challenging to adopt this approach. Are there any tools that are commonly used to mitigate or even avoid these risks?
Yes, let me introduce you to ERP systems, which stands for Enterprise Resource Planning Systems. So the ERP system is a business process management software that allows an organization to use a system of integrated application to manage, integrate, and centralize business data. So ERP is actually useful in facilitating and improving the flow of data across your company's operations and across all departments. Thus, it reduces many redundant tasks and better assessing your business needs in a very clear view. But here are some shortfalls of it. So the disadvantages of ERP system is that it's a rather pricey option for businesses to implement. So they are often dependent on the organization size and needs. So the estimated cost would usually range around 20,000 to 50,000 a year, and the cost can easily double after calculating training and consultation fees. So small-based businesses do not have the finance to fork out such large sums of money for such systems.
So, what alternatives can businesses use to overcome such challenges as mentioned earlier?
So let me introduce you to some common solutions that businesses can look to using. So for today, we will only be focusing on CRM, new arrivals, and order forms. So these are actually some of the simple and easy solutions to help businesses. So firstly, I'll start with CRM. So since omnichannel approach mainly revolves around the customer, therefore, it is important for business to maintain a good customer relationship with them. Therefore, by making a CRM form, businesses can collect customer data fast and from every possible touch point. So knowing your customers' purchasing behavior is very important. So if customers that like to try new things, should businesses consider sending your latest catalog to your customers?
Do you have any apps in mind that we can use to quickly create this CRM form?
Yes, so the first example will be using Google Forms, and I'm sure that most of you have actually experienced using it or have used it before. It's actually a free form for businesses to create and collect customer information from, and most importantly, it is also very user friendly. So this is an example of the CRM form that we have created on Google Forms. So it actually shows the name, gender, email address, and contact number. So what Google Forms can't bring for your business? So Google Forms has very limited functions. So actually you're only able to create survey-like forms. So you cannot use Google Forms to manage inventory, right? And also they are very you're unable to add triggers as Google Forms is a very passive form. You can only get customer uh, information. And lastly, there are, does not uh, so lastly, also does not allow you to be you're only accessible through a web link and you cannot access through a QR code. So with that, I shall offer you another alternative, which is to use affordable codeless development tools and how businesses can use these tools to accomplish so much more than just collecting customer information. So to put codeless development tools, it actually enables you to be able to DIY your own application, something that is meant for people who don't know how to do programming and will be able to come up with some applications for their business and will actually help the business productivity as a whole. So this is an example of creating a CIM form using codeless development tools. It contains the same fields as shown in the Google form before. So next, I'll show you a simple video on how fast you can do out forms. So firstly, they'll add in the form that they would like to create and name them. Secondly, they will add the fields. So firstly will be name. So for how the company to address you. Gender will be do a more focused marketing based on your gender. Next will be contact number, which is very sensitive and can be put as an option for customers to put in. Email, which is something that customers should be more willing to give and can properly put in email. Yeah. So lastly will be membership. And this is how the form will look like when the customers enter the form and fill in it. So it's a very easy way to use codeless development tools. So you can actually easily do out forms in a matter of minutes to be sent out to customers. So this is some of the strength of codeless development tools. So what are some benefits of using codeless development tools? It is a very customizable tool which allows businesses to quickly deploy these forms within minutes. Moreover, it also allows you to make instant changes anytime and anywhere. More importantly, it allows you to add triggers if required. So for example, automating the sending of emails or notification easily without you even doing them manually. Also, codeless development can you can actually customize forms to suit your business needs, and there are many types of form that these tools can help with. So there's no limitation of the things you can do with these tools. So moving on, codeless development tools also allow you to easily craft out a catalog such as new arrivals. So to help you visualize the business, so when customers send in the details in the CIM form, they'll now be notified of any new arrivals in your business. So here's where your new arrival form comes into play. So customers are now able to access your business site with a click on their mobile phones or even scanning a QR code to access your site. So sounds convenient, right? So this is how new arrivals form can look like for your customers to view. So the new arrival will of course contain different fields such as product description, specification, price, or you can even add the image. And this is a very simple video of how a catalog will look like. So moving on, the last example will be an order form. So the flow of the business is that customers view your new arrival form and they saw something that they like and would like to make purchase. So this is where your online ordering form comes into play. So customers can conveniently place their orders anywhere at any time. So by creating this online form using codeless development tools, it also helps to keep track of all the orders from the various channels into a single and centralized platform. So triggers can also be added, such as notifying your business when an order has been made. So this is a very simple example of an ordering form that businesses can use to create and collect all orders made in your business. So what we have shown you just now is how you can quickly change to omnichannel by using more cost-effective methods.
Wow, so this codeless development tool actually allows you to create many types of forms, right? Since it is affordable, are there any cost benefits to this?
Yep, implementing codeless development tools bring in many cost benefits. So as we all know, switching to an omnichannel retail is not as easy and it's also very costly. So implementing these codeless development tools together with your strategy, it allows you to save as you are able to also allocate resources efficiently and through more effective channels. Next, omnichannel approach does enable you to achieve a higher ROI with better customer engagement and better customer shopping experience. They will be more prone to come back to patronize your store again. Lastly, using codeless development tools in omnichannel also enable your business to have a better brand visibility, as you can use these tools to create a more personalized shopping experience for your customers. So to sum up this presentation, there are a few pointers that I would like to share. So omnichannel does provide many opportunities for your business to grow and engage yourself with new customers also. And most importantly, there are always better alternatives to systems that businesses should adopt, such as using these codeless development tools, because it can better maximize your resources and your time also. So the main point today is that businesses should now be able to shift to an omni-channel retail strategy with ease. And with that, I shall end my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Crystal, for your valuable insights and opinions on the omnichannel approach. I hope you all could learn at least a few lessons today that can benefit your own business. Now it's time for our Q&A session. So through the Q&A button below, please feel free to type in any questions you have. One question came in. In the future, what can we look forward to in the omni-channel approach?
So, Omnichannel is now moving towards implementing more digital innovations into their business operations. So, more retailers are using technology to connect the offline and online experience in also many other ways. So, um, such an example would be the video that you have seen just now with Alibaba and In Time. They have actually created and managed to integrate both online experience together through using digital technologies such as the makeup mirror where customers are able to try on the different shades of lipstick and eyeshadow. So additionally, omnichannel will also head towards the direction where more retailers will start prioritizing their omnichannel fulfillment. So retailers will start using their physical stores as fulfillment centers, so customers can also easily collect and return goods.
Mm. Okay, another question. Why should companies look to digitalize their manual work, such as bookkeeping on online cloud tools?
So by putting them into a centralized platform online, data is gathered all together and uh, all the involved staff will be on the same page, which is very important for every business. So this way, data can be centralized and consistent and eliminates any miscommunication and misunderstanding as staff can now just log in into a centralized platform to check on the data. So actually, paperwork is also can also be eliminated and also overall increase the productivity in the company.
Mm. Okay. Another question. What is the codeless development tool that you are using?
So the codeless development tool is called Jet Workflow. So the purpose of this tool is to be able to customize forms in a few minutes and to your business needs also. So there's no limitation with what you can use with this form. Uh, and also this mainly due to the help of the triggers also. So companies are able to use this to create other forms for different purposes such as your inventory or sales. So the main feature of the Jet will be the fact that it has a QR and barcode scanner as well that you are able to send in and add in images in the form.
Hmm. If you would like to have a hands-on experience on using codeless development tools, please join us through the link that will be posted shortly in the chat. Next is the feedback form. So we would greatly appreciate any comments on today's session so we can improve on our future webinars. The link for this will also be in the chat. Well, that will conclude our session today. Thank you, Crystal, for joining and sharing with us on some of the steps we can follow to leverage our business, especially in this difficult time.
Thank
And
you.
also, thank you everyone for attending the session. We really appreciate you joining us today. And to close off, if you'd like to learn more about us, please contact us either through phone or email, or you can have a look at our website indicated at the bottom here. The link will also be posted shortly in the chat.
We have a question. What is the workshop about? So the workshop is will teach you the basic functions of Jet workflow, and you're able to learn how to create very simple forms such as the ordering form that you have seen, new arrival form also. Yeah, so you can actually sign up to try and use these tools and see whether they are actually useful for your business.
Another question, is the workshop free?
So the workshop will be free. So for all attendees today, you can actually sign up and we'll actually give you a free workshop. The details will be sent at a later time. Uh, yeah.
Okay, thank you all for coming today. Have a good day.